A lot of people spend years waiting for a stroke of luck or some big outside change to finally feel like they're living the life they planned. But what we rarely talk about is that feeling like you're on the right track isn't just a random thing. It's a biological state you build through specific, daily choices. Your dream life starts when you realize your body is the filter for your entire reality. If that filter is out of whack, even the biggest win will feel empty or exhausting. Think of your mind as the conductor and your body as the instrument. For the music to sound good, the instrument has to be in tune. When we talk about brain chemistry, we're talking about the tools that decide how you perceive progress, rest, and your connection to others. There's a science to feeling content. In this video, we're going to show you how to build your dream life by learning to manage the 4 main chemicals that shape your reality. Dopamine, training your brain to take action. The first step to building that ideal life is understanding dopamine. People often mistake it for pleasure itself, but its real job is motivation. Dopamine is what gets you out of bed to chase a goal. The problem with modern life is that we're surrounded by cheap dopamine, phone notifications, sugary snacks, and endless entertainment that requires zero effort. When you constantly consume these easy rewards, your tank of motivation for the things that actually matter gets drained. To build the life you want, you have to protect your dopamine. This starts with reducing unnecessary stimuli and cleaning up your environment. When your surroundings are less crowded with distractions, your mind has more clarity to invest energy into what actually brings peace of mind. When you finish a tough task, your body releases dopamine in a way that lasts, which reinforces the habit of discipline. Discipline is how you make sure you'll have the energy to build your future. How to put this into practice today? Check something off your list. Pick one thing you've been putting off. Just crossing it off gives you a healthy dopamine hit that proves you're capable. Practice self-care. Take a moment to tidy your space or look after your appearance. It tells your brain that you're a priority. Eat mindfully. Choose foods that fuel your body instead of just giving you a sugar spike. Good nutrition keeps your energy steady all day. Celebrate small wins. Don't wait until the end of a project to feel good. Acknowledge every step in the right direction. The secret is linking pleasure to the process of building, not just the final result. If you only feel good when you hit the finish line, the journey's going to feel like a burden. But if you manage your dopamine, every small step gives you a bit of satisfaction that keeps you in the game longer. It's a fair trade. You give it discipline, and your body gives you the will to keep going. However, motivation alone can be tricky if you don't know how to stay calm. Serotonin, the biology of peace of mind. If dopamine is the fuel to chase what you don't have yet, serotonin is what tells your brain you're safe and respected. Biologically, low serotonin is linked to feeling rejected or the anxiety of falling behind. When you spend your life trying to impress others or comparing yourself to people on a screen, your brain goes into high alert, as if your survival is at stake. Your dream life requires you to get out of this defense mode so your mind can finally think clearly. Serotonin isn't just about feeling good in a vague way. It regulates vital things like your appetite, sleep, and memory. If you're always cranky or can't sleep through the night, your serotonin management is probably off. The goal here is to create an environment where your nervous system doesn't have to fight for status all the time. By simplifying what you want and focusing on the essentials, you send a biological message that you've already won, allowing your body to relax and recover. Here are some practical ways to stabilize your mood. Get some sunlight. Try to get outside in the early morning. This sets your internal clock, boosts serotonin during the day, and helps you produce melatonin at night. Practice real gratitude, taking a moment to consciously notice what is already working in your life helps redirect your attention from what's missing to what's already present. Walk in nature. Being around trees and fresh air lowers cortisol and lets your mind step out of alert mode. It's a biological reset for anyone living in a noisy city. Meditate or practice mindfulness. Silence trains your brain not to react to every impulsive thought. It's the foundation of the serenity you're looking for. When you balance your serotonin, the need for outside validation drops. You stop comparing your journey to everyone else's and start valuing your own pace. But a dream life isn't built in total isolation. There's a biological piece of us that remembers we're social creatures, and the quality of our relationships determines how happy we truly are. That's where oxytocin comes in, the hormone of bonding and trust. Oxytocin is the chemical your brain releases when you feel trust, affection, and emotional safety with others. Oxytocin is what gives effort its meaning. What's the point of a perfect routine if you don't feel connected to the world around you? In a world that feels more digital and impersonal every day, building this chemistry is an act of self-care. That sense of belonging and emotional safety is what lets us take risks and grow. When you feel supported, the weight of daily decisions feels lighter. Simple relationships mean fewer social games and more real presence. Ways to strengthen your bonds. Hug someone you love. Safe physical contact is the fastest way to release oxytocin and lower your blood pressure. Spend time with friends and family. Prioritize real conversations without screens getting in the way. Being fully present is the best gift you can give. Do something kind. Helping someone else, even in a small way, triggers the reward centers in your brain. Play with a pet. That pure interaction is a powerful trigger for well-being and helps kill the feeling of loneliness. By working these moments of connection into your week, you create an emotional safety net. Your dream life starts to feel real, not because everything is perfect, but because you have people to share the ride with. But a meaningful life still demands effort. Even with motivation, stability, and connection, there will be days when your body feels tired and your mind feels tested. And this is where the final piece of the system appears. Because your brain has one more chemical designed for those moments, the ones when progress requires pushing through discomfort. Endorphins, the reward of effort. Unlike dopamine, which gives you the initial push, endorphins are your body's natural painkillers. Most people run from discomfort, but those who want a meaningful life understand that effort is what creates the real reward. Endorphins don't just mask physical pain, they clear the brain fog that stress creates. When you put yourself under controlled pressure, you show your brain that you can handle whatever comes your way. It's the chemistry that turns a sacrifice into a sense of accomplishment and personal power. Practices to build your resilience. Strength and endurance training. When you push your physical limits, endorphins kick in to keep you going. The feeling of well-being that follows a hard workout is what builds the mental toughness you need for every other part of your life. Creative hobbies, activities that require focus and using your hands, like painting, woodworking, or playing an instrument, create a flow state that boosts endorphins and makes outside problems feel smaller. Deep laughter. A real belly laugh moves your muscles and changes your breathing in a way that tells your brain to release endorphins instantly. It's a quick reset for stressful moments. A dream life isn't a life without problems. It's a life where you've built the chemistry to keep from being broken by them. You learn that discomfort is temporary, but the strength you get from pushing through it stays with you forever. When you master these 4 chemicals, the dream life stops being a vague idea and becomes a solid reality. You stop waiting for the world to give you permission to be happy and start setting the tone for your own life. Simplicity isn't a restriction anymore. It's the frame that protects your balance. You realize you're in control of how you feel, no matter what's happening outside. Living with intention is a daily exercise in honesty. It asks you to look at your habits and ask if they're building the chemistry you want or if they're just a temporary numbing agent. There's nothing more powerful than someone who's learned to be happy with the essentials, because that person can't be manipulated by fear or greed. So don't wait for a perfect moment to start living. Instead, look for alignment. Take care of your chemistry, protect your focus, and simplify your path. When you master yourself, the world around you naturally starts to reflect the order you've created inside. Your dream life isn't a destination. It's the clarity of knowing that no matter what happens out there, you're the one in charge here.